Hey guys, welcome to Toribash Tips episode 14 with Jack Morris, where today I am delighted to tell you that I have some very good news for watchers and submitters alike. We are finally getting this show back to normal. No, my computer isn't fixed, so we're still going to have low quality in the episodes, but honestly, you guys really didn't seem to mind about all that, so I figure, why wait? Why not just start getting things back to normal? So, I'm also very delighted to tell you that over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be working my way through my back catalogue of replays and the moves people have submitted, and that Morgan Williams will be returning next week, and the show will be getting back to normal. So, before I get into this week's move, I'd just like to thank everyone for their patience with how sloppy the show's been over the past couple of weeks, and, well, that's sort of it. So, the first move I'm going to show you is a move that was submitted by Generic. I hope that's what he wants to be called. There are a couple of names. The replay's by him anyway, so let's take a look at that, and then, yeah. This is a very, very cool move. I am really excited to show this move. I'll play the replay again. There's just a little bit of like acrobatic style at the end, which is cool, but not essential to the replay. It's he calls it the Snap-O-Decap, which I like. It's a very clever name. Try explaining that. Well, I'm not going to explain it, but I am going to show you how it's done, which is very exciting. So first you want to start by hold all. Now before I get into the replay, I just want to make a little request. It's really not that big a deal, and it's something that if you forget, I'm not going to not use your move. The double negative there. But if when you submit a move, this is for everyone who submits a move, could you please put in the description whether you have to start by holding all or not? If you don't, can you put that you don't? If you do, can you put that you do? It just means that I have to guess and risk getting the move wrong a couple of times while I'm just like, am I doing it wrong? Should I hold all? Should I not? Am I just fucking up the move as I'm pressing stuff? It's just a little detail that really saves me a lot of time. It's really not that big a deal, but it would help me out a lot. Anyway, so you want to start by holding all, left bend your lumbar, right rotate your chest. There's a lot of... This is a very quick move turn-wise, but it's very complicated to set up. So you want to contract your left pec. Got to make sure I do this right as I'm saying it. Contract your left elbow. Contract your right glute or arse, as it kind of is. Contract. Extend your left glute. So extend your left arse muscle and grab with your left hand. You do this by clicking on it, because obviously V makes both hands grip. Then you want to use 2 turns. Hopefully I've set this up right, or this is going to be a really awkward recording. Then you want to raise your right shoulder and extend your left hip. Got to make sure I click the right hip, the correct hip. I shouldn't use the word right to mean correct in this particular video. Sorry, you want to be extending your left hip. I was contracting that. I'm just going to turn the page so I can read the rest of the move. Hold on, bear with me. Okay. Then you want to contract your left knee. That is the left. Yep. Contract left knee. Contract right hip. And he put extend your right knee as, in brackets, optional. This doesn't really do anything, but I'm going to do it anyway just because it's written. And then you want to use 1 turn. Then extend your left elbow, so the one that's holding him, I guess. Lower your right shoulder. Extend your right pec, so bring it back. And use 1 turn. That's right there. Just about a decap. As you can see, the Uke's body has gone limp, which means he's been decapitated or dismembered. He also, Generic also included a follow-up, which is, I think, what he did in the replay. It's hard for me to sing, but you could do a lot of customizations pretty much from here, and I'd really like to see them. But this is just the one he submitted, so let's show it. You want to extend your left knee, contract your left hip, contract left ankle, there we are, and grab with your right hand. That's going to kick the head into your right hand, and then I'm just making this up now as I go along, but you could hurl the head, go C to go limp, and just see what the replay looks like. As I said, this is a very cool move, and I'm kind of excited to show this move, because I imagine we could get a lot of neat customizations, and a lot of cool stuff from this one. So big thanks to Generic for submitting. I'm trying to be fair when I'm going through the replays and doing them in order they were submitted. So you expect to see your replay if you submitted it over the next couple of weeks. I didn't want to do any replays this week because Morgan's not back. I'd like to look at them with him when he's back next week. I know Generic submitted a replay. We'll be definitely checking that out. Oh no, wait, I showed it at the start of this episode. I'm an idiot. So we'll be getting through all the back catalogue of replays. And also this week, I have a tip of the week, which is something we haven't been able to do for a while because frankly, we don't know that much. But this was submitted, I think, I could be wrong, please don't quote me on this, but I think it was submitted in a comment on one of my Toribash videos. It's probably the neatest thing I've ever been taught, and I'm just going to show it rather than tell you it. So I'm just going to do a replay here, and let's see how it goes. Oh, no, wait, I've screwed that up. Oh, wait! So, if you're watching a replay, this is one of the coolest things I've ever learned, and I wish I knew this from the outset. So you're watching a replay, and if I hadn't spent ages talking there, so I'm just going to tell you guys the tip. If you press E while during the replay, you get to customize it. You get to go back into the game and carry on where you were. So I've just pressed at a random time. Really don't know what I'm doing here. But it's okay, because if this doesn't work, which it's not going to, I'm just going to completely miss, I can go back into the replay and do it again, just to make sure that it turns out right. So this time, let's try and do a nice little kicky kick, which still isn't going to work. But okay, I can do it again. That's okay. And there we go. So it took 4 times to get it right, but it was much, much quicker than setting up the move the same each time. This is not that handy for myself, where I have to remember what I'm doing, but I imagine for trying to create cool replays, that feature is invaluable. So I really am sorry I can't credit who submitted this, because I honestly can't remember where it was. Feel free to comment on this video if you're the one who told me about this, and I will make a gold statue when you're on, because this is one of the best things I've ever been told. So, right, that wraps up the show for this week. But there's something I feel I should address. It's come to my attention that, and I'm not going to name him by name because that would be unfair and immature, which I'm above, but I feel like I should talk about it just to state what should be obvious, but apparently is not. So it's come to my attention that there's another YouTuber out there doing Toribash videos. That's fine, obviously. But there's another YouTuber out there doing Toribash videos much similar to our videos, and he's using the thumbnail from Toribash in his own videos. For Toribash Tips, sorry, my thumbnail. The thumbnail we use for Toribash Tips with the logo and the font that I designed. I used a default Photoshop font and changed it myself. It is the exact same font. Hell, he's even used the slightly faded thumbnail I used to have for episode 2 before we got custom thumbnails. There's no doubt, there's no denying that that's our thumbnail that he's stolen. And stolen is the right word, because he did not ask permission, and even if he had, we probably wouldn't have said yes, because it's our thumbnail for our show. You know, I mean, we try to keep it with a brand identity. I'm not going to get into details about who he was, what he did, or anything like that, because there's no need. I've got in touch with the person, and it should be sorted. I didn't bring this up just to talk about it. I brought it up just to make it clear that, you know, I love our fans, I love you guys, but you can't use our thumbnail. You can't use the logo for Toribash Tips in your own videos. It doesn't matter if you give credit, it's still the brand identity associated with Man on Fire Films. I really feel like I shouldn't have to say this, and 99% of you out there are going to be like, well, duh, I wasn't going to anyway. But at least now I can just say, well, I've clearly given everyone fair warning. I mean, I don't like getting YouTube involved in stuff like this. It's really not something that I find fun. I especially don't like having to have people's videos taken down. That's something that I absolutely hate doing, but if somebody's infringing us, then it's something that has to be done. So I thought I'd make that clear. It's a very sad note to end on, that somebody thought they could do this, but such is the modern world. Anyway, let's try and end on a slightly lighter note. So yeah, look forward to next week, where we're going to probably have a replay marathon like before, or maybe I'll space it out over a couple of weeks. And I'm really glad this popped into my head for the end of the show, because I know I would have gotten a comment about it and I would have felt bad for not mentioning it. Somebody suggested in, I think maybe last week's episode, that we go back through and maybe redo, but show the replays of the moves that we did while my computer was broken. I was doing the show visual. That is a fantastic idea. I was planning to do it this week, but I kind of, again, wanted to wait for Morgan to be around. So we'll be working our way through them as well as the next couple of weeks progress. So tune in next week for that. And also, one more fun announcement that this is a very exciting episode that I'm very happy to say. Check back, a couple of people have been saying how you guys wish we were doing more Toribash shows rather than just the one a week. Well, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but be sure to be checking our video list this Friday. Because, I don't know, maybe there'll be a new Toribash show. Who knows? You'll have to check. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So stay tuned for what could possibly be that. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I'm Jack Morris. Please subscribe, like, favorite, and comment. And feel free to send any customizations, replays, moves, general death threats to tips@manonfirefilms.com, and we will be sure to feature you on the show. Thanks for watching. See you next time.